Up this week, we've got the most amazing large mushrooms stuffed with my take on the classic Philly cheese. Okay, steak Philly cheese, one of those amazing dishes which you usually have in a big crusty bread roll, dripping with loads of cheese. We're going to slightly twix this up a little bit today with some mushroom. I'm going to flambe that with a little bit of brandy as well. So first up, we're going to get a pan nice and hot. And into that, we're going to add a drizzle of oil. We've got 2 shredded white onions. We're going to season those onions with a good pinch of salt, a generous pinch of pepper. And we're going to get our oven up to about 180 Celsius. We have got 4 large mushrooms. Again, a little bit of seasoning on here again, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. And we're just going to give that a generous spray with some oil as well. And we're going to lay on top of there 1 slice of extra mature cheddar. Bear with me on this. This is my version. All you Americans out there suddenly slating me for using cheddar. That can go in the oven just to start warming the mushroom through. I'm just going to cook them through a nice heat. We want this to go really, really golden brown and release all that sugar and go so, so tasty. We've got a green pepper. We're just going to cut them into nice rough slivers. And then we've got same again with the yellow pepper. Whatever peppers you want to use on this, it makes no difference at all really. Got a second pan. We're going to get that nice and hot as well. And then we've got our steak of choice. You can use ribeye on this, sirloin. I'm just using a little bit of sirloin today. And I'm just going to cut these into nice, long slivers. Just excuse my voice today, I've had a cold, so I've got this really strange sort of like radio DJ voice going on here today. So we've got 2 steaks. We're going to add that to our second pan, along with a good pinch of pepper and a good pinch of salt. And you want to cook that as hot as possible really, because you want that to sear that steak off completely. And you're looking for those onions to really start breaking down, so they're sort of like almost like half the size. You want them always to be like a hot dog type onion, really golden, but with those lovely sort of gnarly crisp bits on the side as well. I don't usually have this pink or rare, I usually have this quite well done. But I want it to go nice and soft and relax into that onions and have that cheesy sauce just going through there, which is so, so good. And you're going to transfer the steak in with the onions. And into that, we're going to add a shot of brandy. And now I'm going to add my peppers. I want these to be quite nice with a crunch, like a little bit of textural difference between the steak and the onions being really golden and sort of really broken down. And the peppers still to have that little bit of crunch element to it as well. Give that a good stir around, a tablespoon of some cream cheese. Mix that in. This is one of these slightly healthy alternatives or a twist on this, I suppose. Don't get me wrong, I do like a steak Philly cheese, but I always find the big baguette type thing usually stops me from moving for the next couple of days. It sort of slows me down. So this works just as well with the mushrooms. You see that's really started to soften down there? That is when we're ready to go into our oven. So off with the heat, then out of our oven with our mushrooms, generous portion of our steak and peppers over the top. Don't worry about it all falling off or getting a bit messy, that's all part of it. And over the top of that, I'm going to put a few strips of mozzarella just over the top. And that can go back in the oven for another 6 to 7 minutes just until that mozzarella's melted and you've got this beautiful sort of crispy top. And I'm going to say to you now, the smell in here is absolutely incredible. I mean, have a little word, will you? Look at them. Cheese melted into steak, into onions, into mushrooms, into peppers. What's not to like? Seriously? Right, let's serve these ones up. And I'm just gonna finish this off with the tiniest little scattering of spring onion. I kind of like this with really nicely thinly chopped, and then just drag your knife back over that again. And just scatter that, just lightly, so little tiny pops of heat going through there, but nothing too over the top. What's not to like there? That is my stuffed mushrooms with a really real simple twist on a Philly classic with my steak Philly cheese, a little bit of mature cheddar, mozzarella going through there, the beautiful cream cheese, and then finished off with a little tiny bit of chili and spring onion. Look, these are a little game changer. Play about with the flavors of this one. If you do recreate them, as always, hashtag me as Haste Kitchen as always, and I'll see you next week. Cheers then, bye-bye.